So Te Kura used to be called the Correspondence School. The program that we are sort of focusing on here is largely for students that have been disengaged from school, they've been excluded, they've been truanting, or they've had some sort of psychosocial condition or a health problem. For a variety of reasons have been unable to attend school.
I went through a couple surgeries and I got diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, so I was really unwell, and I started falling behind, and I was like, I don't want to fall behind. My school has always been really important to me.
The previous school that I came from, just at one of the Hawke's Bay high schools, wasn't really working out for me. It was classroom learning and it didn't really suit me.
Very difficult to get him to go to school. When we did get him to school, he would get there and wouldn't engage in schoolwork. He'd just isolate himself and not engage in schoolwork. So we've had some pretty tough times. And probably the reason that he got through that was largely to do with being able to do his learning the way he does here.
It is not like a regular school. Kids don't come here. There's no compulsion to be here. Their learning programs carry on whether they're here or not. All of their learning is done online.
So a student can be at home, they can be overseas, they can be away from any traditional normal learning platform and continue their learning. Let's just have a quick look at that.
Around the country too, we have around about 120 locations which we call advisories, and students come to those advisories. It's not a subject, it's an environment where students learn together, create trust and respect and long-term enduring relationships.
Lots of questions. In this region we run our advisories 5 days a week, and they have the option to come in to connect with their teachers, to connect with other students who are doing similar interests and similar learning experiences.
She actually offered me a job.
I know, so that's cool that we've done that with you.
Mainstream, you've got to fit into the class, the system in the school, whereas Te Kura has the ability to supply students with any subject, so they don't have any clashes. So for the first instance, they can actually do the subject of their choice, and it can be based around their interest.
Ray first introduced the authentic learning, and when I finally realised that I could do English or science through the use of my fishing, which I really enjoy, that started it all really, and I've just gone from there.
From there, teachers can apply some of their programs towards the interest of the student, which makes them engage better and achieve more.
It's looking at their wellbeing, it's looking at their individual learning plans, it's goal setting, it's linking them with our circle of influence, which is really important.
Another distinguisher is that it's learning in the real life. So almost all of the students have an internship of some sort. And you'll have discussions with students about the kind of subjects they do and how that aligns with what their internships are. It makes the learning relevant.
So typically with people like Brittany, when they come on board, we teach them the basics of what's required, all the different elements of the role, and then kind of leave them to self-manage. They get to experience what we do in radio, have some hands-on experience as well, and then be able to take that away and apply it to other roles, or further it by taking up a media course or something like that at uni.
This is Brittany, you're listening to The Rock. I think it's really made me think about how many different career paths that I do actually have. I never really thought about doing something that I actually enjoy. So coming into here has really sort of opened up new opportunities and new ideas on what I might want to do, and continue doing.
Perfect.
And I suppose the last distinguisher is what we would call authentic assessment. So we don't just have assessment by tests or writing essays or doing multiple choice exams or that sort of thing, but students have to do public exhibitions of their work at least every term.
My name's Blair Whiting and I'm 19, and this is my personal exhibition
in which they talk about what their learning experiences have been, and they get questioned and they invite people along, they invite their mentors, they invite their parents, they invite other students, they invite their aunties and uncles to come and learn about the experiences that they've had over the past term.
Moving on to my fishing art. These are two of my favourite drawings that I've done in the past.
He came to Wellington last year, I think it was, and he brought his fishing rods with him. Did his exhibition and then rushed down to the wharf and caught some fish and came back and cooked them up for lunch.
Slow but surely I've gone from basically no NCA credits to all of my level 3 English, yes, even some in travel and tourism and stuff like that, yes.
That was a huge goal that I completed, and I was absolutely stoked about that one.
It's moving to come to the exhibitions. The change in seeing what happens to them from when they come here to when they finish the program is remarkable.
It has worked for me in all senses. I've been to 6 different schools. I've never had teachers so supportive and so understanding and just so willing to do anything they could to help me.